All right, good to go.
Start off with Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Coach, I think back to Kyrie's chase down block on Paul George. I think to James Harden's post defense on Kawhi Leonard. I think to Kevin Durant just being able to chase out to open shooters. What does it do when your main stars, you say you guys don't have the makeup to be a good defensive team on paper. What does it say for you for three offensive stars to really commit to the defensive end today?
It's great to see, and it's got to be that way if we're serious about this. We have the luxury of offensive talent, but we have to defend. And that's a really difficult team to defend, and we did a great job. Again, it's tricky when the teams are constantly taking 20 more shots than you are. But we'll keep cleaning up. We'll keep getting better. But when they put forth the effort like they did tonight, we'll be tough to beat.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
You guys were up by 10 with just under 2 minutes left. You had a little bit of a meltdown last game against the Wizards. What made the difference so you could eke it out tonight?
Yeah, I think our defense was a little better. They made a tough corner three from Paul George. We didn't give up layups. They made it just difficult enough. That's always a tough situation, holding on to a lead late in the game. NBA players, especially a really good team like that. So we managed it well enough. It wasn't perfect. We made our free throws. We didn't give layups. And, at the end of the day, we just were able to hold on to our separation.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, I got a two-parter. Just towards the end of the first half, it seems like you guys really started to get into a groove offensively. Just what do you think started to change there? And then also from three-point territory, you guys started off slow. And then by the end of the game, you guys were really hot from there.
Yeah, I think that's the game. It ebbs and flows. They started incredibly hot. We didn't start so hot. We found ourselves and were able to sustain it. We made shots in the end. But really, it was just a case of we started slow. We found our rhythm and we increased, I think, our level of play throughout the game. And that's a tough team. And our guys battled, took on the challenge, made it difficult as they could defensively, and showed the skill we have offensively.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Steve, other than lineup/rotations, was there anything tactical that you did differently defensively that you thought contributed to this, or was this just a matter of guys taking more personal pride in one-on-one battles?
Yeah, I just think it was the application. They took a lot of pride. We talked through it, and they responded. They knew that the team with the best record in the league was in front of them, and they had to put in a good performance. And they were really, really competitive tonight and wanted it, and that's what it's going to take.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
Steve, what does it mean to win a tight game like this against an elite NBA team, and how does it build character and confidence?
Well, it's really obviously a great test for us. They're a team that's playing very well. Their two stars are playing incredibly well, and their role players or complementary players are making threes at an incredible clip. So they have a lot of length defensively, so they can cause problems for anybody, and that's why they have the best record in the league. I think it's important for us to keep growing every night, win or lose. And I said to the guys, we got a great win tonight, but most importantly, we got better tonight. So for us, that's the key is bringing that mentality and concentration to grow every single night. And in the end, we'll be a good team if we do that.
Go back to Christian Winfield.
Coach, kind of piggybacking off Alex's question earlier, I think the Clippers went on a 11-2 run to close that second quarter before you called the timeout, and then you guys ran off a 12-1 run to enter halftime. What was said in that timeout, if you don't mind sharing? It looked like guys kind of responded to that.
I can't remember, to tell you the truth. That was an hour and a half ago. So it was probably brilliant, if I must let you in behind the curtain a little. But, I honestly, tonight, the guys did a lot of talking, which was great to see. They showed personality, they showed hunger, and they showed a willingness to communicate some things together. So while we obviously had our usual coaching and direction, it was great to see the players also try to sort some of the issues out, try to fix some of their own problems. And, that critical thinking component and that connectivity is really important.
Mark Medina, USA Today.
Hey, Steve, big picture on the defensive front. What do you think the team's potential is in that area, and what's it going to take to have the kind of effort and execution to reach that?
We'll see. You know, the number one goal is to be on the same page and to be solid. You know, if we can be fundamental in our approach and be solid with our schemes, that's number one. Or number two, really. Number one is just pride and competitive spirit. And if we bring that every night, you know, we may not profile as a great defensive team, but we can be a solid defensive team at minimum and take care of the things that we can control. And they got to guard us as well. So, you know, I think we got a lot of growth to do at that end of the floor, but I don't want to make any sort of predictions. I want to, you know, take the next step and see if we can get a little bit better tonight. We got a little bit better against a really good team, and we'll watch some film and get better again tomorrow.
Thanks for your time, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.